Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining today's or this month's Fire Safe Council meeting. Again, apologies for the invite being sent out later than usual. As people log in, we'll do updates possibly later if more people log in. For those of you that don't know me, I am Tina DeLeon. I am the Assistant Emergency Services Manager over at Solano Office of Emergency Services. And today we'll have a brief presentation by Jennifer Novelli on September, which is National Preparedness Month. Jenny, do you want to give a quick intro and then I'll share the screen?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. If you don't know me, I'm Jenny Novelli, an emergency services coordinator for Solano OES. I was asked to just kind of come and talk about what we're doing for National Preparedness Month. So, Tina, if you want to go ahead and share. Thank you. Cool. So we're just going to touch on our Facebook posts, and then I'll go into like a couple of the events that we're doing. So each week we've been sharing something that has to do with preparedness. So week 1 was focused on emergency notifications and obviously asking people to sign up for Alert Solano and Nixle, but also trying to communicate the different ways that you would receive emergency notifications. In the case that, your phone wasn't by you when the alert was sent out. Other ways that you can get notifications are through the high-low sirens that our deputies use on their patrol vehicles. So if you're ever in an evacuation order, you might hear a high-low siren going through your neighborhood, and that's just another way to grab your attention. And then obviously them going door to door, as well as your neighbors. Your neighbors can also go door to door just to notify you that, hey, they may have got the message and we're being told to evacuate in this neighborhood. We also utilize our local radio station, 95.3 KUIC, to push any emergency notifications out. Sometimes our TV picks it up. It's not as fast unless we send a iPause alert, which is a wireless emergency alert, or utilizing the emergency alert system, which in that case, it would put a banner across your TV screen, kind of how it used to interrupt a broadcast. And then obviously news media, but again, that's not an immediate way to receive notifications. And then our social media channels on Twitter, or X, formerly Twitter, and then Facebook as well, which is both Alert Solano and at Solano OES. And so what we tried to do week 1 was also communicate how Alert Solano is used and when people would receive notifications through Alert Solano, which is only when an evacuation order, an evacuation warning, or a shelter in place order are being sent, and those notifications are sent to the people who are actually under the evacuation order or the warning. So if you're not in that geographical zone, your phone won't get that notification. So that's what we tried to communicate to the public for week 1 of Preparedness Month. And then we just put our website, emergency.solanocounty.com, for that one. And you'll see the other posts we've done as we're scrolling through our feed, but
sorry guys, watch your eyes.
There's been fires. So week 2 was focused on the Know Your Zone campaign across the county, and pointing people to emergency.solanocounty.com to find their zone and then write it down. So that image that's in the graphic is what it would look like on your phone if you actually visit emergency.solanocounty.com, and it would then ask you to put your address into the search bar. Obviously, we would want you to put your home address, but we are also asking that you put your work address, any important addresses that you would want to know whether they're being evacuated or not. So just so you understand the workflow is we update the statuses of the zones, and then we follow it up with an emergency notification through Alert Solano or Nixle, depending on the need of the emergency. So that was week 2. And this one was just posted today for week 3, which is we're asking people to update their disaster kit or build one if they've never done it before, and then just giving them some ideas of how to start one. Obviously, we want people to make their kit specific to your needs, whether that be medication, pet food, or anything that you would need to kind of self-sustain for 72 hours is what we tell people. Another big one that people don't always remember is, to carry cash and small bills. In the event of a mass evacuation, there's a chance that, the gas pumps may not be working, or ATM stations could be down depending on if there's a power outage or what impact that might be. So it's just really important to carry cash in various places, not just your home, but carry it in your car or even at work, so it's accessible. So that's what we've got for the first 3 weeks of Preparedness Month. On September 27th, we're doing the Sheriff's Office and Office of Emergency Services was invited to a National Preparedness Expo on base. I don't know if that's open to the public, but we're going to be on site there talking about Preparedness Month with the population that is on base. And then what else do we got? We're doing a poster contest with Foxborough Elementary School. So the kids in the 4th grade classes get to basically make posters and enter into a contest judged by us of what to do to make it through an emergency. And it's really fun every year. The kids get really creative, and the winning class gets a popsicle party, and the winning poster of whatever student is will get a backpack to start their emergency kit and some cool first aid supplies. So that's what we got.
Thanks, Jenny. There have been questions in the past about which school we chose and why. In the future, we are going to move towards other elementary schools, so throughout Solano County, which is going to be a great opportunity for other schools to be able to participate. So we're excited, and I know the kids get really, really excited about it. Hi, Leanne.
I have a question. You didn't mention Watch Duty. It's a great app. It gives you good information. It lets you know where the fire is. And there's been several fires in Solano County.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for reminding us. We've actually been including that lately in our Facebook posts when we have sent out recent, emergency notifications. Is you can also tune into Watch Duty. And we have already seen that a lot of our community has, downloaded that already and are using that as a great resource to get notified when there are fires in the area. I've seen, I think, some misinformation, as I saw someone say like, oh, they're only reporting on fires that are in the unincorporated areas, which isn't true. They're reporting on, I believe it's second alarm fires and above. But yes, if you don't have Watch Duty downloaded, we would recommend using that as another tool to get notifications. And, we've worked with Watch Duty. So they take, if we're issuing evacuation warnings and orders, when we issue them, they will take that immediately and, repost it to their app. So they're a great partner with us. Thanks, Leanne.
Well, thanks, Jenny. That was a short and sweet presentation of preparedness, what we're doing for Preparedness Month. I know that we don't have a lot of people on today, but I'll do a quick roundtable for any updates. Is anyone from the Green Valley Fire Safe Council here?
I am Marvin.
Hi, Marvin.
I've got nothing to report.
Okay.
We had a nice little fire up here a few weeks back, which our compliments to the fire department and everybody involved. It was about 10, 12 acres, went right past my house. And it was just handled beautifully. The response was quick. They put it out quick. Very well done as far as I'm concerned, or maybe, others that don't feel the same, but anyway, my compliments to the fire departments. There was several involved.
Thanks, Marvin. We have Cal Fire on the line, and then Chief Abruzzini. I'm pretty sure they'll share your compliments. We appreciate the feedback. Anyone from Pleasance Valley Fire Safe Council on the line?
Me.
Oh, Leanne, duh.
We have a $15,000 grant. We're going to be doing maybe some home improvement for fire safety and some fuels reductions. 15,000 isn't a lot and it won't go a long ways, but hopefully we might get something done.
I'm hoping we can get some more funding your way, hopefully through the county, but can't promise anything, but I'm hopeful there's some stuff down the line.
Marvin, again, the picture that I just put up is an example of the fire we're talking about. And there's a house right in the middle of that spot. And this fellow, Bill Fell, has done the most fabulous job of keeping his area safe. So you can see how the fire ran right up to it, right around it. So that's what home hardening and defensible space looks like when a fire rushes at you.
Do you know if he used grazing or just mowing and weed eating?
Over the years, I know when I first moved in, which is 20 some odd years ago, he had a great little sit down tractor that he'd zoom around on the side. But the last many years, it's been mostly weed eating. That's pretty much what we do around here these days.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Marvin, and thanks for sharing that photo. Is anyone from the Glen Cove Fire Safe Council on the line? Okay, take that as a no. Karen, I see you're on the line.
Yes, hi, Karen Young from Solano Resource Conservation District. This is the last week to participate in the joint prescribed fire training that Solano, Napa, and YOLO prescribed burn associations have been putting on. I will drop the information for that in the chat box, but if anybody is interested in learning about prescribed fire, we've got our Zoom recordings up online, and then our last in-person hands-on training is coming up this Saturday, September 21st, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. in Pleasance Valley. So we're very local this time. And that is most of it for Solano County. We've got a Quail Canyon specific thing coming up tomorrow evening, but I believe the notices have gone out for that already. But if you know any landowners, sorry?
Do you know where in Quail Canyon that program is going to take place?
The meeting we will be at 8797 Quail Canyon Road.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you want to talk briefly about your fuels project?
What project are you referring to?
Well, the one that we kind of emailed back and forth about.
Yeah, so that's actually
you mentioned about doing some work in the creeks and maybe along the roadside. And
so Solano RCD has a program that is funded by a grant from the California Association of Resource Conservation Districts. We are working within the footprint of the 2020 LNU background noise lightning complex fires to remove dead and dying fire-killed trees in the riparian areas. So we've had staff out surveying throughout the Pleasance Valley area. A lot of background noise, sorry. And we are working with the forester to get all of the environmental compliance wrapped up for that project. before we can start actually removing trees. We've got some other projects going on right now. One is a CAL FIRE planning grant that is funding wildfire prevention, field reduction projects that use prescribed grazing and or fire to establish strategic buffers in and around SRA, state responsibility areas in high or very high fire hazard severity zones. So we've got projects in development in Quail Canyon, off of Nelson Road, Highway 80, and then one on a Solano Land Trust property down by Cordelia. The other thing that you mentioned, Leanne, is actually a county-funded effort that we are working on developing a scope of work for. We're just trying to figure out some of the best applications of that project. So we've been looking at recommendations that Matt Setti had put together, the previous county coordinator. He put together a project list, and we're also working on getting feedback from the from natural resources and public works in the county about areas to prioritize along the Pleasance Valley Road corridor, and also need to look back through the CWPP to see if there's any guidance in there.
Okay,
Hey, Karen,
good.
oh, what was that address again, Ms. Young? The address
For
Saturday.
the Quail,
Yeah.
for Saturday.
Yeah, please.
The address, we don't have the address shared for that one yet, since it is at a private residence. So if you are interested in participating, what we have folks do is I'll put the registration link into the chat box, and then the day before, my coworker is going to be
Okay.
sending it out.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Karen. We love your kids. They just want to be part of it.
They love participating.
They do. We love it. You sound busy, Karen. Thank you so much for the update. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Karen.
Chief O'Connor, are you on the? No. Okay. Chief Abruzzini, do you have an update by chance?
Yeah, so thank you everyone for being here tonight. Just some of the stuff going on that we're kind of gearing up for is coming in October is the Fire Prevention Month. So this year's theme for NFPA is smoke alarms. So that's going to be our topic for the month of October. Usually we do the school programs. We have 2 schools in our district that we'll be doing. And then along with smoke alarms, usually this year we're going to try to incorporate fire extinguisher training for all the students. So that's kind of what we're gearing up for. So thank you.
Thank you, Chief Abruzzini. Chief Bengrol wasn't available today, but Chief Westeen.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to make it. I'm here in place for him. I do appreciate the comments on the Amarillo incident. I will agree that it was a successful incident as far as us evacuating and getting people out, and also and putting the fire out from the very beginning. So if there were any other comments that were otherwise, I'd definitely like to get that forwarded over to me so we can address those. But very successful incident. No injuries to firefighters or to the public, and it definitely was confined with a very limited damage. And I want to say damage more so. I think there was a water line underground that was hit by a dozer, but other than that, no other infrastructure damage that we're aware of. So I do appreciate those comments and agree. As far as for us, we're still fully staffed, 31 engines in the unit. All of our aircraft also still available. We do have some engines that are out of county supporting some of our state fires, our bigger ones down south. So we do have some cover behind engines that we've hired, as well as some dozers. And we got some cover hand crews also in place too. So we're still fully staffed and geared up. And we don't really have any other rumor or word if we're going to be down staffing. It usually doesn't happen until December-ish. So that's not really on the horizon right now. So we're still full steam ahead. And that's all I got.
Thanks, Chief. Hi, Mark.
I just wanted to make a comment to Chief and any other CAL FIRE folks that are here. We did have some folks, I think they were out of Santa Rosa, doing LE 100 inspections in the Green Valley Highlands area, Green Valley area, and we very much appreciate that. Look forward to getting a summary report later as to what the results were, but we just appreciate the fact that they were able to come out and do LE 100 inspections. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that comment, Mark. We do have a team that comes out and that's really all they do are defensible space inspectors. They just go out there and perform those inspections. We do utilize our engines here and there to also perform these inspections, but we try to get our team to focus on certain areas, high threat zones and stuff like that. So, but yeah, the Green Valley is a big area, so it's hard to get it done fairly quickly. But I think they're still working out in that area as well.
Well, it's something we've been concerned about. I'm on the fire district board, and we've been talking about LE 100 inspections, and just the fact that it got done is much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And a fire in that area really does scare me. And I say that it's we haven't really had a big fire in there in a long time, and so the fuels in there are very dense, very thick. And so that's one of our high target areas that we really need to be full steam ahead if we do get to start in there. And that's why we pulled the plug on a fire like that. I think I ended up ordering additional aircraft from the very beginning. And it was a very good team effort too. I gotta hand it to City of Fairfield that was there. I think we were in unified command together, sitting in the same seat and coordinating the efforts for suppression on this. So we definitely we weren't holding back. We definitely pulled the lever for this one. It was definitely a good team effort. So
yeah, and just one more comment. I live on Bray Court. It was at the end of our court. We got evacuated. It was wonderful response. And if it had been windy that day, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Someone has Mike, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I have a fire weather update if anybody's interested.
Yeah, of course.
Wednesday, we have a good possibility of getting maybe a 500 to a tenth of an inch of rain in our district. Problem with that is this early in the season with a very unusual low pressure area, we could wash the dust off the grass, which makes it more combustible. And the dust and dirt that's built up during the summertime. We're in an early fall pattern. Today's weather system missed us, but dumped a lot of rain last night up the northern end of the Sacramento Valley. Red Bluff and Redding had over 6/10 of an inch. They got over an inch in the Park Fire area. Haven't heard about any flash flooding, but certainly that type of rain will go a long way to end that fire. Sierra Nevada got plenty of rain, and so did the mother lode to the northeast of us, and we expect more on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And then temperatures go right back up to the mid-90s next weekend. Looking at the longer range forecast, I think I've already said this in an earlier post, we could see our first north wind event around the 27th of September. And as we go into October, obviously, we're more vulnerable to those types of wind events. The 10-hour fuels are, as the chief knows, are very low. Even today, they'll be down around 3% probably next week. And we'll have our usual gusty southwest winds here in our district, despite temperatures in the 90s, which of course makes our fire weather in the summertime elevated. And that's about it.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Tanya from YOLO Fire Safe Council, or is there anyone from the YOLO Fire Safe Council on the line? No. Okay. Sherry Gardner from Napa Communities Firewise. Oh. Okay. take that as a no. Well, I don't have any updates here for Solano OES. Jenny, correct me if I'm wrong. We will keep everyone updated. The next Solano Fire Safe Council meeting is October 21st. So we'll keep you guys updated on the winners for the poster contest from Foxborough Elementary School. I will give 30 minutes back to you guys. Thank you so much for joining, especially it being last minute. I appreciate. Oh, hi, Leanne.
Thank you. Hey, any news on the bylaws? Have they been approved and completed, and are they in force?
Robin is out this week. So when she comes back on Monday, I will send her an email for her to follow up with the executive committee on that. I don't have an update for you at this time, though.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, if no one has anything else to say, I'll give 29 minutes back to you guys. Again, our next meeting is October 21st. Thank you all. Have a good one. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.